Okay. We got week 8. Number 8. So, haven't had the best past, 4 weeks? We've lost 3 of 4 in our last 4 weeks. We started off really well, and we got 1 win in 4 weeks. I don't like it. So, we went full sweat this week. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Yeah, you just went full sweat. Did a bunch of different testing, against a bunch of different team compositions and things like that. And it's looking pretty nice this week. So I guess we could just dive right in. I've got a really bad habit of making these little team preview kind of things before the match actually starts, which is in like 20 minutes. So let's see how it goes. I don't like stressing out before a match. But, so what are we looking at here? We are facing Sahea or Sahi. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got to get the team name. Yeah, we've been doing it all season. What's the team name? Sahi. Where is it? It's my favorite part of the week. It is Kansas City Raging Bolts with no Raging Bolt on the team. Beautiful. That Rotom Heat will do just fine. And Haxorus, just blend them together. Then you got yourself a Raging Bolt. Nothing like a Raging Bolt, but the two of them could be... if you put the stats together, then I guess you get a Raging Bolt. That also really sucked, so I'm not going to give any more references. No, so I guess we'll just get into the team. Sahi. I'm just going to do my best guess. Also 4-3. Started off with a win, loss, win, loss, win. Okay, so pretty up and down most of the season for this player. But I did watch some of the games that he played. And yeah, you start to see some consistencies with like Scrafty as a lead. You start to see Iron Treads in the back row, and just certain items on certain mons that are just like make a regular appearance almost weekly. So you kind of test against those things that are brought the majority of the time. Terra types sometimes are considered consistencies, but yeah, we did a little bit of intel this week because we really need a win this week. So it's not even so much that you want to get the 5th win and lock in that playoff spot. I need to get this win for me. I can't lose 4 of 5 weeks going into the playoffs and face the number 1 or 2 seed and expect to have any sort of success. I need this win for me. This is a statement game, if I may. So I'm thinking I need to go pretty aggressive. And I do believe that we have a nice... oh, what is this? Home. Who's messaging me? Server is restarting soon. Oh no. If that's the case, maybe we should delay our game, but I'll message this person and kind of see what they say. I'd rather it not happen in the middle of a game. So yeah, so what are we looking at here? So obviously we talk about the same modes every single week. We got our Politoed Kingdra, Sneasel Terrakion, we have a Registeel, the win condition itself. Redirection, Trick Room, Fast Slow, Redirection as well with Sleep Powder. So what looks good this week? So right off the bat, Rock looks really good into this team. So Terrakion right off the bat looks pretty decent. And I believe the 2 things that resist Rock are fighting goes into very well. So hence why we have only 2 stabs, only 2 types on Terrakion this week. And we have the defensive Terror because obviously it's, we don't want to get hit by a ground type. So, and also the Scrafty, it resists the, the close combat and the fighting moves. So we can actually, flying's a really good type this week. We just have to avoid the Rotom. And what's really nice about the Rotom is we have a redirection electric eater. So hopefully E-Web's the only, well, I guess, yeah, we got the discharge and stuff like that as well. So we have to watch out for that. I don't think there's been a lot of discharge from this player most of the season. So I'm not too worried about that. Usually when you draft these 2, usually they want a Disc Quake, so I very much respect my opponent for not leaning on that, because that is a very, I like to call it an elementary strat, where it's just like, okay, it's good, but like, I don't know. I'd rather play the game than just click 2 moves the whole game and hope for the best. So watch me lose to this. This comment did not age well. No, but so my opponent has a lot of really scary mons. Iron Treads is very good. Moltres is very good. Rotom Heat has so many resistances. Like, just look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And yeah, Rock. And then you have Water. So hopefully we're going to lean on those 2 weaknesses this week. Definitely helps when you have a Politoed Kingdra Rain mode. What else is really scary? The Slow King as well. The Slow King has been used most of the season for stopping Trick Room rather than setting it. I think he brought it once all season. So I'm not really expecting Trick Room to go up. Unless he thinks it's, you know, in a good matchup against Polytoad Kingdra with the double speed, you know, you're not just running. Well, you run into a bad matchup. Like I always say that a Trick Room mod is slower than everything on the field. It doesn't have to be base 30 speed or base 45 speed or Ursaluna. Like we got our standard Trick Room mods, but no, if I have super fast mode going up or I set Tailwind, Trick Room looks fantastic. So we'll have to see exactly how my opponent goes with it. Slow King doesn't have a ton of offense unless it's running like a damage boosting item or the rain is up. So we definitely have to be careful of that. But other than that, yeah, this team is very... One thing I notice about this team is this team doesn't have like a lot of hit now Pokemon. Like I see like Moltres as like what? Moltres is 100 special attack. You've got the Decidueye with 100. Rotom has 105. And then you've got on the physical side, you've got Iron Treads. Okay, 112 is okay, but it's also nothing to like really rate home about. And you got the Haxorus, obviously. But if you look at like this team kind of needs to whittle you down or set up. So we have things to stop him from setting up. And I guess we'll get into the Electivire. Eerie Impulse is so good this week. Rotom Heath hits the field. I can either protect and then use Eerie Impulse or just redirect the electric moves and get a speed boost. The Moltres, for example, loves Tenacity Plot, loves to get Berserk Boost. Eerie Impulse looks fantastic into that. And I found out in testing, even if you tear it into a ground type, it still works, which is very, very nice. So I think Eerie Impulse could be really good. A really annoying thing in testing was if Rotom Heat tricked a Choice Scarf onto my Electivire or a Choice Specs or whatever it might be, because we're not really running any special moves, so that would kind of suck. The Scarf could be useful, but then you just have to be careful of what you lock into. It's funny, I respect this very much. I think 1 week his Rotom Heat ran Trick, Choice Scarf, and Protect. I thought that was awesome. That way, like after you trick it off, you've seen it on a couple of Goldango sets in VGC and stuff like that in tournaments. They trick it off and then they just have Protect for later in the match. So I really respect that. Probably more so on a spec set, because I feel like if you just want to hit, you want to be able to hit hard because you're sacrificing usually Nasty Plot on something like that if you're gonna afford that slot. So it'd probably work better on a spec set to have Trick and Protect. We're not gonna assume he has it until we see it. So I am ready for Trick, but I do think that Protect is definitely on the table in that case. Scrafty, I guess we're going into their team. We should go into mine. So I know I have these two first, but we're bluffing those. They're not being led. So basically, my lead is probably Gardevoir Electivire. The Terra Water Terra Blast is just so nice. Water just goes into this team so well, and especially if we catch them off guard. That'd be kind of nice because it's just like, okay, well, I'll save my Terra Grass or something like that for the Polytoad Kingdra in the back, and then we just pull out a Terra Water Terra Blast that just deletes the Rotom or deletes the Treads. I don't think it deletes Rotom, actually, now that I think of it. I think I needed more investment. I just couldn't afford it. So there's that. And we have Trick Room, just in case the Moltres sets Tailwind or whatever it might be. We could just set Trick Room, and then now our Terrakion or our Kingdra or the Sneasel look good in Trick Room if they're double speed. So definitely something good. The Cover Cloak just to stop the fake outs. Hopefully that a turn 1 scenario is maybe, for example, a fake out into the Gardevoir, and then assuming that you can just save the turn. You don't have to tear it offensively. We take the fake out, we delete the Scrafty, we're up 1 already. That would only work in game 1 though. Game 2 we'll definitely have to adjust. So we'll have to see how that turn goes. I think if the Scrafty Terra's there and survives, I might be okay because now you can't Terra other things. So we'll have to see how that goes. What else do we have? We have the Sneasel Terrakion. Obviously, it's just pretty standard. I actually haven't been beating up at all. We have it because if we just want to have it, then we've got it. I didn't think I really needed another move on Sneasel. Like Snarl would have been nice. Icy Wind would have been nice there. I think it was on there originally. But that's okay. But mostly, I think Terrakion, Terra Flying, and then you have the Electivire to redirect the moves and stuff like that. A Swords Dance is very realistic. Intimidate on this team could be a little scary, so that's why we got the Clear Amulet. You know, we've got the Swords Dance, so hopefully we can get a Swords Dance off, and that'd be really nice. And then Rock Slides, because Rock Slide damage just is not super great on its own. It is stab, so it helps a bit, but when you have a 75 power spread move, it's just, even if they're weak to it, they're getting chunked, but they're not really dying unless it's like a, I don't know, Talonflame or whatever it might be, or Charizard. But no, we're facing fairly bulky things that are weak to it. So if we can get a +2, I think we're in really good shape. Now that Rock Slide's looking really good. So hopefully we're clicking Rock Slide for maybe for some flinches if we're going first. Or if we can get the Swords Dance off, then we're looking pretty good there as well. What else have we talked about? The Politoed Kingdra. So we've got the standard Kingdra set with Scald, Hurricane, Draco Meteor, and then we have the speed that we need. 139 double, I believe outspeeds the booster energy Iron Treads. Let's just double check. Iron Treads is it 173 times 1.5 gets us to 259.5, rounds down, and we're at what, 278? Why do we have 278? I might be some Tailwind calcs. Oh, maybe we just let me see, 139. What do we outspeed? So maybe, so why did I do that? Modest. Oh, outspeed Scarf Rotom if it's modest in Tailwind, so that'd be very nice. So, but I don't know if that would be something he'd target, just because you are kind of expecting the Kingdra to have a little bit of investment. But who knows, right? I do think that is a good play to get Tailwind up. If it's Scarf and Tailwind, then we're going second. There's no guessing there. So, yeah, but the cool thing about this, though, is the Kingdra. I ran this thing actually in the initial testing with no item. I didn't realize that I didn't have an item on this thing. It was already doing what it needed to do. And then I was just like, what would be kind of good? If we can trigger a Berserk boost or a weakness policy, we can get the Mirror Herb boost. We might be able to get a speed boost if they go for like a Dragon Dance or something like that on Haxorus. A Calm Mindset is a little scary as well. Yeah, like any sort of boost just could be really, really nice, especially triggering that Moltres as well. That might be something. Defensive Terra, they go for a Nasty Plot or whatever it might be, or yeah, like we just match the boost and we're faster, so that'd be really nice if we can get the +1. It came up a couple of times in testing, so that was just kind of a nice surprise. The Terra Water just for max damage, and then the Politoed. So we do have Haze on here. So one thing I like about Haze on this Politoed is that Draco Meteor, we can spam Draco Meteor and then just Haze. We get the -2, we Haze it off, and then we're sitting pretty the next turn to do it again. One of the problems with using Overheat and potentially Draco Meteor, or like Leaf Storm, things like that, after you use it once, it's kind of dead weight. And this Kingdra does not want to leave the field. So if we can maybe get a Draco off, then we can maybe protect and then Haze it off the next turn. Because I don't know if, unless it's pretty safe, I can't see us using Draco Meteor and Haze in the same turn, because into a protect, now you just wasted a full turn. So, but I do like that synergy there. Just in case there is a Tailwind up or whatever it might be, or we're expecting a Tailwind, we could always just go for a Protect Icy Wind, or whatever it is. Helping Hand just helps us get some more damage as well, just in case the Mirror Herb isn't activated. Scald Rain boosted is really strong. Hurricane, Terra Grass does seem to be pretty good into my team. So Hurricane in the rain with a Helping Hand boost, it's going to delete some things, so we'll have to see if that's needed. And also I mentioned earlier that the Rock Slide damage just wasn't super great, so if Politoed's there, we can just Helping Hand that damage, maybe for an extra KO, just in case we're living on the edge that turn. Because if we miss and Helping Hand, that is not a super strong turn. So, so yeah, we got a little bit of bulk into this team. I do feel like we have a little bit more bulk than normal. Like Politoed is usually pretty bulky. We have enough offense to KO things. The Terrakion we don't need a ton of speed. Well, actually, we needed a lot of speed. It's just we didn't. I guess on an SD set, you want to run a bit of bulk. So we do have the 76 there. Gardevoir is very bulky. This is probably going to be our best mon this week, I hope. And I haven't really leaned on it this season, so hopefully they're not super ready for it. And the Electivire is just fast, bulk, and then I have whatever PVs were left over. I think I needed 28 for something. I don't remember what it was for. I actually don't remember, but we'll see in the damage calculator. I'm going to trust old Jay. Old Jay, past Jay, whatever you want to call him. I guess he knew what he was doing. I don't know. we'll see if it comes into play. But yeah, the Eerie Impulse I think is going to be really big. Low Sweep gives us a bit of chip and some speed control. Say for example they have a bad matchup and they want to switch in something that's a little quicker. We can catch them on a switch in, get a -1, and now their matchup doesn't look so great. That being said, I think that's pretty much it. We'll see if we're getting prompts for a server restart, and then maybe we'll get the match going. You guys aren't waiting around, so I guess I'll just end the recording, and whenever the match starts, I'll just start it. And I guess in my time, I gotta wait, but in your time, I'll be right back. Okay. I've always wanted to do this before a match. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! Oh, man. Yeah, it's game time. Let's go. Let's get Jazz up for this. By the way, I forgot to mention this in the preview. Who's in the back row? I have to ask myself, who's in the back row? I have a pad of paper here with game 1, 2, and 3 on it, and I'm going to be writing down who switches into the back row, because I know that I'm weak to that. I also have a sticky note on my computer that says who's in the back row. So I don't know, I'm a lost cause if that doesn't work, but being aware of one of your weaknesses is definitely helpful when it comes to overcoming them. Where's my opponent? Sent. Wait, this is disconnected. Why are we disconnected? Hold on a second. Let's just refresh my screen for a second. We were literally just saying, like, if the servers are shut down. That actually might be the case. Uh-oh. Let's try this again. I forgot you guys were still here. Let me go back. Find the user. Sahea. Open challenge. Doubles draft. Best of 3. Let's see. Well, we're logged in. Let's see if he's logged in. It should start. Like the fact that the last time I sent it, I didn't see his logo when I searched for the name, and yeah, we'll have to see what's going on here. Hopefully we don't get booted out. I did refresh a few times to see if that prompt would come up again, to see if it was restarting, but I didn't see it. I saw it when I was doing the video earlier, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see. I kind of just want to get this game going, you know. What do we got here? We got the... Oh, there we go. All right, what do we got? We got the Sidui Haxorus. Okay, so no Rotom. Okay, so that's, yeah, you two. Let me see, let's get... So no Rotom, no Arbok, no Reboot. So there's the 6 right there. Cool. Okay, so water doesn't look as good anymore. What are we doing for Terra types? Terra Ground, Ghost on this, so there goes the fighting. Terra Fairy makes sense. Water, Water, Poison. Okay, so everything is kind of what we were expecting. Again, I do think Scrafty's getting led. A Terra Poison would be really tough, especially... I'm not running, what's it called, Psychic coverage, but this team was just so strong when we brought it, like in testing, so I think we just do it, especially with Terra Ground Moltres. Like Moltres and the Iron Treads, I think those things really want Terra, so I can't see him using Terra Poison on the Scrafty in game 1. I think that's just a really tough... Oh, let's get these links out. Oh, looks like he's already got it. Thank you. Let's see... Okay, so it looks like my opponent is still thinking about it. So let's just kind of go, what's in the back row we have to ask ourselves. I can see something like a Slowking. Ooh, honestly, Decidui and a Scrafty lead would be pretty tough. That does change things, but I also do have Follow Me, so I could always just like Follow Me and Moonblast the what's it called? The Scrafty as well. Maybe that's a play. Well, let's see. Well, I was actually a little concerned my opponent might set timer for whatever reason. I'm not sure. But that hasn't been a problem this season. Usually people are pretty chill about it, but you never know. Like I actually checked the rules and it said any player can set timer for any reason at any time. I personally like deciding before the game, at least if they're... I hate like you're in a big turn and someone just sets timer on you. And it's just like, well, now I got to rush, and it kind of throws you off your game a little bit, I guess. So I do think the gentleman... Oh, speaking of which, let's go. Decidui, Haxorus. That was not what I was expecting at all. Okay, we got ourselves an Overgrow Gardevoir. That's really cool. Okay, so I can see like a first impression. So let me see. We were not expecting this lead in any way at all. So let me see. So I think we have to redirect with the Electivire. I do believe Electivire goes down, so I kind of don't want to get caught on a double up. And especially a defensive Terra, so... Terra Fairy, do you go Terra Fairy with Haxorus here? Like, I feel like that's just so early. And then Politoed Kingdra just comes in. Yeah, maybe we just go for it. Let's just go for the Follow Me and the Moonblast. And I think I guess an AV would kind of suck. But maybe a Rock Slide, but we also do have the Covert Cloak, so we can't flinch. Gardevoir might go before this Decidui. You would have to be pretty invested to outspeed my Gardevoir here. Follow Me, Dragon Claw, that does a lot. Ooh, there's a Life Orb, we pick up a kill. Crit did not matter. And then Tailwind. Okay, so this is a good time to set Trick Room here. And it is Quark Drive attack. So we could just Terra Water here. Ooh, but then he just... Yeah, that'll be red. So... Yeah, maybe we go for a Protect on the Gardevoir, because I can see the turn order going. So EQ would go first, or whatever it might be, hitting the Electivire, and then you just go for the Grass move into the Gardevoir. That would be a really tough turn, so I think a Protect would really hurt here. And I do believe we outspeed with Kingdra anyway. And it is Terra Ghost, so let's go for a Protect. And do we want to save this? Do I want to save this? If this is a double up into Gardevoir, that would be huge for me. So maybe I just go for like a low sweep. Helping Hand Earthquake. Free damage. We take it. That was already going down anyway. He sees my item. Yeah, I will take that damage. That is awesome. Oh, and what just happened? So we just saw a red card, so he gets a free switch. I don't know if he likes that. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Yeah, we outspeed, like, and it's not red card. That's a thing. Kingdra comes in here. What's the Terra type on these things? We got Terra Water on the Decidui. I don't think you would here. And then we have the Terra Water on the... I think it gets Fairy coverage. Probably Alluring Voice. So I guess what we can do maybe is we switch into Politoed here. And then let's go for a Hurricane into this slot and we'll just pick it up. Maybe we should Terra Water. I don't know if I'm too worried about... Yeah, because we're picking up the Decidui here, I'm pretty sure. It's not AV. It might be invested. Let's just see if he does Terra. Hurricane does that. If he Terras, it'll do half of that. Yeah, I guess we're more afraid of the Grass move. We could always just Protect. Like, I feel like I'm more afraid of the Water move into the Kingdra than the Gardevoir. Does Moonblast pick it up? 53 to... Yeah, so let's go for the Moonblast and then let's Protect. I think that's pretty safe. Oh, cool. We get reads over here. Oh my goodness, that did so little. That is very invested. Okay, so now we pick up anyway. So now we get the Politoed in. The Psychic went into the Protect. Oh yeah, that was huge because we just got a double up. Yeah, and then Psychic. What's Psychic going to do? Because what's in the back? So the Iron Treads is in the back. He does have Terra available, and it's Ghost. Once Tailwind is done, there's no way you protect on this Decidueye, right? No way. If we switch in... Let me see. If we switch in the Politoed, and then we go for a Scald into that slot with the Rain, what does that do? Let's just do +1 to special attack. 27. Ooh, that... Honestly, I think we have to Hurricane here. That's just way too risky. Let's get the Politoed in here, and let's Hurricane this slot. Now we outspeed. Dead. Okay, a Psychic probably goes off. Yeah. Ooh, 3-hit KO. We take that. And now Tailwind's gone. Booster Energy's gone. Maybe Trick Room goes off. It did use Earth... Oh, so Booster Energy. Okay. Hey, guess what? We figured out who was in the back, y'all. I don't think it really helped. Well, does Politoed just go... I think we just go for... We don't want the Trick Room to go up. That would really suck. But I think we go for a... We do have Gardevoir in the back that does underspeed the Treads. And it's full health. Honestly, I think we're sitting okay here. Does a Draco with Helping Hand pick up the Slowking, though? Because we still have Terra available. And then we just double the Treads. Because, like, Ghost? Yeah. Let me see. What do we do? Draco Meteor, Helping Hand is low. It doesn't. I think we just go for the Treads, but I think this is just an obvious Protect, right? I think we can go for the Gardevoir switch in here. And then let's just go for the Scald into this slot. Oh, I should have Terra'd. Regenerator. Protect. Yeah, this is just Protect Trick Room, right? Chilly Reception. Changes the... Oh, it's a good thing we switched then. Okay, well... You have to go for the double here, right? Oh, hold on. Let me see if he Terras here. Yeah, if he Terras, he probably lives. So let's just maybe... We'll go for a Terra Water. And we'll boost it. And then we'll do it. Yeah, let's do that. Scald. Cool. Yeah, that was... I wasn't even thinking of, like, setting the snow. So that's actually a really cool turn by my opponent. So I think you just Terra Ghost here. Hopefully you live the Scald. And then you just go for damage. I don't know really what he does. If the Kingdra goes down here, I think that Slowking becomes a... Not a problem, but, like, it's not... Yeah, I got 3 special attackers left. Like, it's not super great. But let's start, just while we're waiting for this, let's look at what has been revealed. So Covert Cloak wasn't. He didn't lead the Scrafty, so I think that is being led in Game 2. Maybe the Fake Out goes off. Yeah, saving the Terra this long for my opponent I think was a little bit of a mistake. So yeah, this is just switch in, and then we go for the Terra Water for the extra damage, and then we just hopefully pick it up. I guess we could have calced it. So we got the +1, and then we got the Terra into this. It's going to do a lot, so... Yeah, Terra Ghost, we Terra Water, and we pick up. Cool. So that's not very invested in HP. Cool. So I guess let me see. So I guess we can just cycle in and out. Like, we got the Gardevoir, so let's just go for a... Honestly, I don't even know what... Yeah, Psychic could crit the Kingdra. I don't know if we really care about the KD right now. So maybe we go for a Helping Hand, and we go for a Draco Meteor. That did a lot. Cool. Psychic. Yeah, must have got a low roll on the first time. Cool, and Gardevoir comes in. We did a huge chunk, so that's leftover. So we did get Regenerator, doesn't really matter. Let's go for Helping Hand, and then let's go for Moonblast. There's the Protect for the damage. Okay, cool. Should we... It sucks that Politoed is... It doesn't have any moves to hit this thing neutrally, so that kind of sucks. Weather Ball becomes neutral, like, next... Well, ×2. And then... Yeah, I guess we could just double, right? Like, Moonblast does... Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, we pick up. Cool. Cool. I guess that was, let me say GG. Yeah, the chilly reception. So that's where he's going to change the weather. So we definitely have to be ready for that in game 2. So yeah, I do the amount this player has led Scrafty week in, week out. I don't think there's any way he doesn't lead it here. I think the fake out goes into the Gardevoir maybe. Electivire didn't really see. Good luck, have fun. I don't know. Yeah, that Decidueye was a little annoying, so. But that just was not like a super aggressive lead. Like, I feel like we could just go for the beat up justified stuff. Like, honestly, like. Nah, let's save that for a game 3, I guess. Let's just do we do it again? Like, what would he do if we just did the same thing again? I definitely don't think he leads the Haxorus, especially because it used Rock Slide and Life Orb. So we are faster, so we have speed tiers. Like, honestly, we learned a lot that game. Like, we have Booster Energy, Life Orb, Leftovers, and Red Card. That's kind of cool, I guess. The Red Card, you did so much damage to yourself, so I'm not really sure. We got a bunch of nice Protects last game, so let's just see if we can keep it up. Let's go for Gardevoir, Electivire again. Maybe you just go straight up for the Trick Room, and then... Yeah, the Decidueye is not a sweeper, so... I don't know. We didn't reveal the Covert Cloak, so that could be kind of nice. And Electivire, if you don't target it down... yeah, Terra Water, Terra Blast into the Treads if it's a lead. Then we just go for it. Yeah, it's just too good of a lead. Yeah, let's just do it again. Decidueye and Haxorus. Again, same thing. Okay. Okay, so... We got on Nerve this time. I don't think that really matters a lot. Do we go for the Trick Room? That'd be so goated if we did. I think this is a Terra Fairy here. Doesn't want to lose his mon. That is so specially invested on that Decidueye, by the way. Because my damage roller, or my damage calc, whatever, said that was supposed to do twice as much as it did. So that's kind of wild. Rock Slide spam. We didn't flinch, so I guess maybe they might be thinking it's thing. I don't know. Electivire. We can go for maybe the low sweep. Maybe we go for the... I don't know. Do we just go for Follow Me again? I think we do. Tailwind is probably going off here. A Trick Room would be wild if we did that. Follow Me Trick Room? Yeah, let's just do it. Honestly, oh yeah. Tailwind Protect? I mean, oh yeah, let's go. We got him. Cool. All right. Okay, hold on. Let's just think about this for a second. Okay. So, Moonblast into Haxorus does that. So, it does minimum like 74%. Yeah, we're not even afraid of that Decidueye unless it pulls out like a ghost move. Like, did we get the whole set? No, we're missing one move. It could be a ghost move. I think we just go for the Moonblast and then maybe the... He's got a Terra. He's not just going to let me kill it, right? No way. So let's go for the Terra Water, Terra Blast into that slot. Maybe read the switch. And then maybe we just go for an Eerie Impulse here. Yeah, let's do that. Slow King. Ah, crap. Okay, so Haxorus is in the back. Okay, so that is a very, very weak Decidueye. Do we switch it back? Like Gardevoir 109? Like, do we really care about Slow King here? Like, I feel like we could just hit this Decidueye really friggin' hard right now. Or, what does Thunder Punch do to this thing? Because it was taking damage really well, so if we hit that Slow King... Yeah, Moonblast, it did take some damage. Let's just double this thing. I think it's a little scary. If he protects you, that would really suck. Protect Switch would be a really good turn for them. Terra Water, Helping Hand. What are you going for? Muddy Water, we got the miss. We live. 1. And then it should pick up. Yeah, cool. I think you really wanted that to pick up. Then we got the Haxorus. He did Terra. Yeah, this might be Protect. How do we really punish that Protect? Like, this Moonblast 100% kills this Haxorus, right? So maybe we can get the Kingdra in for free. Yeah, this is just first impression. And does it fail? I think it fails if I switch in something. Ooh, we can catch him on a switch here as well. That could be really nice. Honestly, that thing is not a threat. I don't really care. Protect. Shadow Sneak. Okay, that's fine. That's the last move. Okay, so Tailwind comes out. Trick Room is still up for another turn. Who's in the back? It is... Oh, Haxorus was in the back, so we actually don't know. So I'm thinking it's Treads. So maybe we could just bring in the Polytoad here. Yeah, let's do that. Then we just double that Haxorus. We go for Moonblast into that slot, and we Weatherball that slot, and I don't think there's anything you can do about it. Double Protect is your only play. That Trick Room was huge. That was such a good first turn. We got a little lucky because if he didn't set it, I think we're still in good shape, but we do have a really fast Electivire. So let me see. I think we have him pinned. Like, I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Double Protect or Switch. It's got to be the Treads in the back, right? Like, there's no way it's Scrafty this late. Especially with a Moonblast in that slot. Yeah, Treads comes in that slot. Do you go for the Double Protect? Oh, he gets it! No way! Okay. Hold on. That changes literally everything. Oh my goodness. That's so bad. Okay. So, you're not getting a Triple Protect. So, I think we go for a Moonblast into that slot and a Weatherball into that slot. And I don't think you can pick up both of us, so you're losing one Mon. For sure. 4 turns of rain. We got the Kingdra in the back. I think we're doing alright. Terra's gone. Yo, dude. We had him pinned. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to think what his play is here. Like you do have 2 faster Mons, but like you're not killing. Maybe like a Rock Slide and Earthquake. Dragon Claw. Okay, but Gardevoir picks up that slot, and then we have the. Yeah, I think we're okay here. Too many turns of rain. We forgot who was in the back again. Can you believe it? That's so ridiculous. I think this has to be Protect Tailwind. Let me see. So if it's Booster Energy Speed, attack on the Treads, what would its attack? So we're 278. 173 is Jolly, so minus 10%. So 173 divided by, what's it called? Sorry, times 0.9. 155, I guess. And then we got times 2. So it's over 300. So yeah, honestly, Tailwind has to be the play here. So we have to double this. If this is an Earthquake, I guess just hats off to my opponent. I think this is just Protect Tailwind. It's got to be, right? Because you just die here. And if Tailwind goes up, I think we're in trouble. Well, yeah, like honestly, this is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, like I feel, oh man, the Double Protect, that was so bad. But us forgetting what was in the back again. You know what? You play to your outs, right? Like I can't blame my opponent for clicking Protect again. That was literally your only out. So you go for it, you get it. I think it's 1 in 3 or 30%, one or the other. I think it's 1 in 3 of you getting a second Protect. Yeah, that's a big turn for my opponent. That Decidueye, we did not prepare for that Decidueye in any way, other than maybe putting Hurricane on it, but I think that was more for the Terra Grass. Maybe Shadow Sneak here to pick up the Gardevoir. That would really suck. But I think Tailwind. You have to go Tailwind here. And even that, I don't think you kill the Kingdra. Yeah, we got him. Shadow Sneak doesn't pick up. Oh, didn't set Tailwind either. Yeah, but that was his only play. Like, you can't really blame him for it. And then we just go for the Scald. Moonblast. What did Moonblast do? Well, Shadow Sneak did 18%, so... Yeah, we just have to go for this Treads here. Do we Protect to save the KD? I don't think so. Yeah, whatever. I think we're fine. Yeah, that damage, or the lack of damage on the Decidueye is kind of nuts. So, yeah, and he already Terra'd. Yeah, you have to go, again, you have to go for the Double Protect. I think the play was Tailwind there, and he gets it up because he survived that turn. So I think you invest that much so you can do something like that. If he hits a second Double Protect, I am not going to be happy. Yeah, I think he has to click Earthquake here, right? No, we have 2 turns of rain. Like, I think you have to just try to protect out the turns, right? Like, you Shadow Sneak the Gardevoir, okay. Like, maybe Leaf Storm picks up the Kingdra, but we're going to go first. I don't think it has Protect. No, but you saw the whole thing, so... Yeah, so if this Trez goes down, we win. And it'd be nice if my opponent clicked a move right now. Just be a dick and just set timer right now. Let me see. Yeah, let's now count our chickens before they hatch. My opponent does have a win condition. So let's see. Protect Tailwind. It's got to be Protect Tailwind, right? And then I think you just win. And if you get the double Protect and the Tailwind off, that would be wild. Yeah, Protect and Shadow Sneak. Well, that was an out, and he got the double Protect, which is, again, I can't believe this. Well, we're killing that Treads, whether you like it or not. That Treads is going down. I think Leaf Storm is probably the play, hopefully getting it into range from to pick up with a Shadow Sneak, maybe. Yeah, that goes down. Leaf Storm, let's see what it does. If it crits, we lose. Miss. Okay, cool. Are we faster? Yeah, we've got to be faster. And then I guess we go for a Draco here. Shadow Sneak. And we win. Oh my goodness. Deserved miss. LOL. GG's. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Yeah, see, this has been happening to us all season. Like, this is actually so ridiculous. Like, some of the turns people are having against us. But again, you play to your out. It doesn't matter how bad they are. If your only play is you do that, you play to your out. I do feel like my opponent could have Protect Trick Room there. I mean, Protect Tailwinded there, and I think that would have been game for him. We would be going to a game 3 right now. I don't think it was a bad turn. I think Shadow Sneak revealing it this late. Well, I guess he revealed it earlier in the game to pick off the Electivire, so it's not like we didn't know he had it. I just don't know if that Shadow Sneak really led to any sort of winning position. Maybe he thought it was going to do more damage because we also had a lot of investment in the Gardevoir. But yeah, that game went pretty much as well as we thought it was going to go. Testing just went way too well, and a lot went wrong in that second game. Game 1, I think we were on kind of cruise control. Like we just kind of put him in a position. The chilling reception, that was really cool. Chilly reception. Just to change the weather. I wasn't sure how my opponent was going to change the weather if that was the play, but I do think Protect Chilly Reception with such a bulky mon is actually really nice to just change the weather on me, because my Politoed had nothing. Like, I had nothing to do with that thing on the field. For what it's worth, I didn't have anything to do before, so just because it was such a, you know, I only had Weather Ball and Icy Wind, so it doesn't matter if it was ice or water and ice. But yeah, that's a good, we got what we wanted. We went into week 8. We prepared really hard. I'm really surprised to see the Scrafty. I haven't really looked at what my opponent's matchup with Scrafty offensively or even like to help does to me. I thought it looked okay. The Gardevoir was just way too hard for it to deal with. I was afraid of like a Terra Poison Jab might have picked up, which is why I was using Follow Me, because I know that Haxorus also gets that. But yeah, we were really ready for a fake out and some damage. So yeah, and we were just hoping to pick up a kill. Game 1, I feel like the Terra in that turn 1 was a hard commit, but was definitely needed so we didn't lose him on. So maybe a switch into the Treads could have been good, especially with an Electivire on the field or something. That could have been really nice. Put him in a better position. But it's so hard to just say, I would have done this, I would have done that, because I'm not on my opponent's side of the field. I can call out some turns saying like, hey, this would be the worst thing for me. It might be based on what I'm choosing to do at the time. But, you know, sometimes you just kind of read the play and kind of see what their best play is and go to that. We read a couple of protects on my opponent. A couple double protects too. But again, on my end, I said they have to go to their win condition, right? You hit protect again. Me, it's a better chance that he's not going to get it than he is. So I have to go into that slot. I doubled one slot, got the double protect. The other one, I went for a hard commit into that protected slot already. I knew he had to click protect again. 1 and 3 twice. Yeesh, those odds. But you know what? We still picked up a win, so which means that we had a pretty good showing for the double protects to go off like that, and we still picked up a win. So I think we're a +2, +3. in that game, and for game differential, we didn't get a loss, so that's really nice for positioning in the playoffs. So, GG's to my opponent. Yeah, your team is very good, very, very tough to deal with, but I do feel like we came up with a game plan to kind of go with that. But I guess that's it for us. Thank you for watching. I know I've got a couple of nice, really nice comments in general chat for the NPC server, and they just feel really nice when I hear them. I do this so everybody can just enjoy it. I do it because I enjoy it as well, so it's kind of mutually beneficial. So if you wanted to encourage me, you know, little nice words, they go a long way. They don't just fall on deaf ears. So I appreciate all of you that actually watch it. I'm gonna keep doing it. You guys have motivated me, and man, what's in the back row? I still did it. I did it again. I have it written everywhere. I should take a picture of what I wrote down. Remember I said before the match started, I wrote down game 1, game 2, game 3, just for what's in the back row. I literally wrote the word Haxorus in game 2. And that's it. And I picked up a kill, Haxorus came back on, and I didn't write anything else. Decidueye clearly switched out, and it was in the back, and I didn't write it down. I'm so focused on what's going on now. So something we got to overcome. We're lucky we got to win, but sometimes it burns us. Sometimes you don't. So anyway, this has been a little long, and again, I don't know how to end videos, so peace.